Most Christians believe Iran is the sworn enemy of God, but they have made a fatal mistake. According to a terrifying prophecy buried in Jeremiah chapter 49, the Creator of the universe has chosen the most feared nation on earth to set his throne, not Jerusalem, not Washington, but Iran. Why would God establish his kingdom in the heart of enemy territory? The answer will shatter everything you thought you knew about the end times. Turn on the news, and all you see is a nuclear threat and ticking time bombs. But open the ancient scrolls, and a divine mystery is revealed under the code name Elam. For 2,500 years, this prophecy has been silent. But today, as the Middle East reaches a boiling point, the final seal is being broken. In the next few minutes, we will decode the Jeremiah roadmap. 4 earth-shattering events about to strike this nation: the breaking of the military bow, a supernatural disaster, the collapse of the regime, and the rise of a spiritual empire. This is no longer politics. This is prophecy unfolding before your eyes. Subscribe and hit the bell, because what happens to Iran is a warning for us all. Let's decode the mystery. To truly grasp this prophecy, we cannot simply skim the surface. We must reopen the cold case regarding the origins of nations. The Bible identifies this mystery by the code name Elam. In Genesis chapter 10, Elam is the firstborn of Shem, carrying a sacred bloodline. Yet this name has been buried under the sands of history until today. Why do Bible prophecy experts shudder when they look at this name? The answer lies not in history books, but on military maps. If you take the ancient map of the Kingdom of Elam and overlay it onto a modern satellite map of Iran, you will see a coincidence that is absolutely chilling. Ancient Elam does not cover the entire nation. It is clustered in the southwest, running along the shores of the Persian Gulf. And what exactly does this specific kill zone contain today? It perfectly overlaps with the Bushehr province, home to Iran's only and most dangerous nuclear reactor, and the Khuzestan province, which holds the massive oil wells pumping the black blood that feeds the entire regime. This cannot be a coincidence. How could the prophet Jeremiah, living 2,500 years ago without satellites or the CIA, pinpoint the exact strategic kill zone of 21st century Iran? When God says, "I will judge Elam," he is declaring a strike against the nuclear heart and the economic lungs of this nation, beginning with a shocking event described in verse 35. So, what exactly is this judgment? Jeremiah 49:35 issues a declaration that would make any military strategist's blood run cold. "Behold, I will break the bow of Elam, the chief of their might." Stop and feel the weight of those words. In the ancient world, Elam boasted legendary archers, but in the 21st century, that bow has evolved into something far more terrifying, a vast arsenal of ballistic missiles and suicide drones. Iran has spent decades building underground missile cities, believing they possess an invincible shield, but the prophecy uses the word break. God does not say he will weaken it. He says he will break it. Can you visualize that moment? It is instantaneous. Imagine as tensions escalate and fingers hover over launch buttons. Suddenly, everything goes silent. Screens go black, systems are paralyzed, or a preemptive strike is so precise, it wipes out their retaliatory capability in a single night. When the subject of the sentence is I, the Almighty God, even metal turns to dust. And when that bow, their only protection, snaps in two, what happens next to the civilians living in the shadow of those weapons stockpiles? The broken bow event is merely the opening shot of a humanitarian nightmare that Jeremiah foresaw. Verse 36 states, "And upon Elam will I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven, and will scatter them toward all those winds." Pause and visualize. The four winds. If we follow the logic of a catastrophic strike on nuclear or military sites, what do these winds carry? Is it toxic air? Is it radioactive fallout rendering the land uninhabitable? The Bible uses the word scatter. This is a forced global exodus, where millions must leave everything behind to flee a land of death. The prophecy coldly asserts, "There shall be no nation whither the outcasts of Elam shall not come." But in the darkness of that chaos, as the people flee and the army dissolves, where will the men in power, the ones who pushed the nation into this abyss, be found? Verse 38 delivers the final verdict. "I will set my throne in Elam, and will destroy from thence the king and the princes." This prophecy does not speak of a political coup. It speaks of total erasure. Jeremiah sees a sudden power vacuum as the entire ruling system collapses under divine judgment, but right at that darkest moment, the most illogical miracle occurs. "I will set my throne there." Why would God establish his holy throne amidst the ashes of a radical Islamic nation? The answer is sending shivers through Western intelligence agencies. God has already been secretly conquering Iran. From the inside, in 1979, there were only about 500 Christians in Iran, but today, estimates suggest the number has surpassed 1 million, making it the fastest-growing underground church in the world. How is this possible in a place where conversion means the death penalty? The answer is supernatural. Thousands of devout Muslims who have never seen a Bible are reporting the exact same mysterious dream. A man in white enters their sleep, radiating peace, declaring himself the way, the truth, and the life. While the king and princes were busy building missile silos, they lost the most important war of all, the war for the soul of the nation. The regime will collapse by its pride, but the people will be liberated by revival. When the bow breaks, it is not the end of Iran. It is the day the Prince of Persia is cast out and the true light finally breaks through. So, we have finished decoding the Jeremiah 49 roadmap, an inevitable military collapse, leading to the end of the regime, clearing the way for a magnificent spiritual revival. Jeremiah 49 is often misunderstood as a death sentence, but in reality, it is a great surgery. God must break the arrogant military bow to save the souls of millions of innocent people. However, do not celebrate just yet, for this is not the end of the story. Jeremiah showed us the fate of the people and the land, but who is really controlling this chessboard? From the shadows, behind the Iranian leaders, behind the nuclear silos, there exists another power, an ancient entity, a prince, not of this physical world. The only one in the Bible powerful enough to single-handedly block God's angel for 21 days and nights. He is not dead. He is still lurking in the corridors of power in Tehran, preparing his final move, a handshake with the North to ignite the war of Ezekiel 38. Who is he? Why does the book of Daniel call him the Prince of Persia? The answer lies in the video appearing on your screen right now. Click it, and we will expose the true face of the real enemy in the Middle East.